Stolars or Wool?
Oh, it's definitely Stolarz. So a big fan of Stolarz coming into the season. He was ranked real high on our model from last season when he was in Florida. Oh, I spent a lot of my time this summer on him. I also, John, every morning during the season, just about, I'm on the ice for an hour and a half, 2 hours. In the summer, I'm on the ice for 5 hours every day during the week. I have goalies coming on my ears here in Connecticut, but it's also a chance for me to get in the video room, show them guys what are their tendencies, why are they good, and what I really liked about Stolarz coming into the season. Now he lost this during March from just coming back from his injury and then getting going after the Four Nations. He was getting really wide in his stance, and his Leaf logo was touching the top of his pads. His posture was down. He was getting beat high. And in his last three starts, he's right back to where I like to see him. His feet are back under him. He's big. He's got posture. I think what we're trying to aim to gauge with our goalies before the playoffs begin is, do they have timing and do they have posture? And timing would be being able to pause your computer screen and seeing the puck halfway between where it left the shooter's stick and before it reaches the goalie, and the goalie's still staying there waiting for him, silent and big with posture, not hunched over, making themselves small. Right now, he's right back to where he was at the beginning of the season. I thought, and I touched base with one of his old goalie coaches before the year, Siddhartha Mirage, who's now in Anaheim, and he told me about how Stolarz, during the time that he went through Edmonton and Philadelphia, before Anaheim picked him up in a trade, he went to visit him in New Jersey. His injured leg that he was rehabbing from his knee during those 2 seasons there with Philadelphia and Edmonton was a third in diameter smaller than his healthy leg. He had essentially played on one leg for 2 years. This guy's always been a good goalie. He just wasn't healthy.
Well, I remember watching him in London, and when he played for the Knights for Dale, and he was an unbelievable athlete, but had no style, absolutely no style, and it really has taken him this long to develop a style, hasn't it?
Yeah, and he has game. Like, I mean, he's a guy that the highest compliment I could give an NHL goalie is that you're in the top 5 for my video all summer. Like, this is what I'm showing the kids, Yeah. This is how you beat a pass. I mean, his game last night, that wasn't a fluff game. That was 10 high danger chances that he faced in that game. He had a lot of high danger. I watched it this morning. I was like, yep, this guy's back. And I'm excited. Like, my rooting interest, guys, hockey-wise, of course, it's with the Rangers, it's with the Islanders, the teams I played for. I've always cheered for Edmonton, too. I like to see them have success. But, I mean, number one, my baby's still the Toronto Maple Leafs. Like, that's where I grew up. I was a kid, Like, I was every Saturday night I watched Don Cherry with my father and watched the game, and I had content coming out of my ears. But, I want to see the Leafs win, and I'm excited for their opportunity because Stolarz, he has been consistent this year with the exception of a blip during March, and he's right back to where he was when he was at his best. And I think that, again, when you're trying to evaluate 2 guys, who do we use? It's who has their timing, who has their posture, who has their best positioning before those 2 things happen, and who's moving well through the crease. And you can say that some of those elements are physical, some are technical, some are mental. I think he's got the full package right now.
Who has the advantage between Ullmark and Toronto, given that Linus has faced Toronto a couple of times? Now, didn't go great, but they know each other.
I have bias against Linus only because I had heard a bunch of horror stories about his behavior in Buffalo before he got to Boston, then how hard it was for him to acclimate in Boston. And I'm talking about just not always being available, not always playing through stuff. And it took him a while to get accepted in Boston. And I said before the year he was going to give Travis Green fits with just not always being. A nice way to put it is that I think he lacks confidence when he's pressed up against it. Pressure-wise, if he's not playing well, he finds a way to get out of games. My prediction for the series is that he doesn't play in all 7 if it goes 7. Either his play takes him out of the net, or he's got a groin or a back, or it's just always something. And until I see him fight through all those things. It's hard for, and look, I know he's a Ferrari. I mean, if he got hot in a series, he could be incredible. He's highly talented. He's always been right there at the top of our list, but I just find that he finds a way to get out of too many games, and that's a quality that I don't think he has. So that's why I think the advantage is in net for Toronto.